Hello folks, I am testing out my new microphone with its fluffy little muff. I've not used one before, but having just done a video and realised that the quality of the video was, shall we say, not great, I thought I'd invest in a microphone. It's not a really expensive one, but if it means you can hear me and you can't hear A, the dog who's down there snoring his head off, or B, the fan that's going round, because we're in a heat wave and I'm melting, then it's going to work. So let's test it and see. Right, well, I've moved it slightly. I could stand here and just sit here. I'm not standing, let's face it. Stand here, sit here, and just hold it. And that might be even clearer. But that's not ideal when I'm actually drawing and painting. I need both my hands. So hopefully this cuts out the fan noise a little bit. I'm more concerned about the dog because when he does start snoring, it's loud. It's very loud. He's a Cavapoo. He will no doubt feature on some of these videos. Not because he's cute. He is cute and he knows he's cute, but mainly because he's also a bit of an attention seeker. So paws will suddenly appear from like the side, demanding attention. Sometimes the cat gets jealous and she gets involved as well. So if you see like a beige cream paw coming this way, it's usually the dog. Cat always comes in from this side as a general rule. She's a black cat. Heavy molt at the moment, so I'm trying to keep her well away from me because I will just start sneezing. Anyway, you don't need to know about my pets, but they will feature, no doubt, because they are very much part of my life here. Anyway, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've just waffled for 2 minutes, but let me actually introduce myself. So my name's Heather. We're not going to go into shoe sizes and age. I'm as old as I look. You figure it out. It doesn't really matter to me. But I'm here because I want to push myself a little bit. I'm an artist. I'm a creator. I'm a crafter. I'm a general DIYer. I just like to make stuff. I like to use my hands and create. And it doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't matter what medium it is. I tend to favour, if I'm drawing, pencil crayons, pens. If I'm painting, my default is usually watercolour, but I'm still very new to that. I'm probably about 6-7 years in, which means I'm very much a newbie because it's hard. It's a hard medium. So credit to everybody out there who's mastering it, because I'm really not. I get quite sweary. Hopefully that won't come out, otherwise I'll have to start leaping words out. But I do get, watercolour makes me sweary. I don't know why, but it does. So you can't control it. A bit of a control freak. So that's probably why. I also do acrylics, and every now and again I might do oils. I also like to do printmaking, but I haven't done that for years. But the reason why I want to do these YouTube videos, it's if people start watching them, brilliant. If people start using some of the products that I'm going to test, brilliant. I'm not testing it to make money. I'm testing it because I genuinely have a love of stuff. I like experimenting. I like trying new pens out, pencils out, watercolours out, brushes out. And if I can do that and save you guys having to do it, or if you see me use something you've not used before and it gives you a bit of a boost to go, a bit of an inspiration to go off and do it yourself, then brilliant. I'm all for that. I also want to share some hints and tips because I do have a lot of years of experience, and the reality is, and I guess the bottom line of all of this story is that I'm trying to embrace that concept of being an artist. Any of you guys who know me and know me well will know that it's taken me a long time to actually call myself an artist. I don't know why. I just couldn't embrace the word. I felt like a complete imposter. Not good enough and not worthy of being an artist. There are people out there who are fantastic, and you know it appears like they don't have to make any effort. You know those kids that are at the back of the classroom and bratted around and they never really had to try, yet they always come out with high marks. I feel like I'm up against that. And the reality is, and it's only recently I've realised that I'm not in competition with anybody. I create because I need to. I create because I want to. Sometimes I create because people ask me to, which is a huge honour. So you might get to see some commissions that I'm working on. But most of the time I just create because I need to. And so that's what this YouTube channel is about, really. It's about me creating a community of people who want to just turn up and listen and share some stories and look at some techniques and hints and tips and have a look at how other people might tackle certain bits of equipment. We'll test out some new stuff. I'll give you my honest opinion. You'll get to know me that I'm brutally honest. I just don't have the ability to lie. I never have been able to. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll tell you a bit of stories as I go. And like I said, the dog might arrive, the cat might arrive. I might break off from the artwork and do a bit of DIY and show you some of the DIY. And if you're not interested in those, you just click through. It's fine. Predominantly, I'm going to be putting things onto YouTube, but I also use Instagram and Facebook. So if YouTube is not your platform of choice, then I will link my handles in the description. If I was clever enough, I'd pop them on the screen, but baby step. Let's just not put pressure on ourselves. And feel free to give me a like and a follow. No pressure. I'm doing this whether you turn up or not. But if you turn up, it just makes it a bit more fun. So that's a little bit about me. You'll get to know more about me as we go. And if there's anything that you particularly would like me to cover, or you see me do something and you want to know a little bit more around it, pop it in the descriptions, drop me a direct message, and I will happily do a video on it or share whatever I know. I like to learn. And because I like to learn, it means I'm not afraid of failing. And I've had a lot. But actually, I'm not really failing because I'm having a play and I'm experimenting. And even if the picture doesn't really work out, I've enjoyed doing it, and therefore is it really a failure? It might go in a drawer and it may never see the light of day, but sometimes they do. I mean, there's a few you'll see on the back there. You've got an image of you probably just can't really see, but it's an image of a charcoal that I've done, a charcoal drawing that I've drawn of 3 horses. And there are others on the wall. You can't see them here, and I'm not going to move this setup because it'll be too much of a faff. But have a look on my Instagram. You'll see examples of my work. I've also got a website, and you're welcome to go along and have a look at my website. I'll also put the handle at the bottom, and it's linked to this YouTube account as well. So you do you. You don't have to follow me. It'd be lovely if you did. But yeah, come along and share. It'll be a little bit chaotic because life is, and I'm not a professional at this. I'm not a professional artist. I think it's important to point that out. One of my underlying reasons as to why I want to do this is because I want to get confident. There's something that's on my bucket list that I've always wanted to do, and that is I want to teach art. And I don't mean at schools, although credit to anybody who does. I've got friends who do that. I want to run a workshop. I want to have people in a room who have voluntarily come along to learn something, who can have a bit of fun for a few hours, who can have a coffee and a cake and just enjoy themselves and relax and just create whatever it is that they create for a few hours. And I want to create that world. I've got friends who are brilliant at doing it, and I've got access to an awful lot of resource and support network. But what I don't have is the confidence to do it. So come along with me as I try for the next 12, 18 months to build my confidence. So all feedback is good feedback. So please don't hold back. Keep it polite. Don't judge me for my appearance. Don't judge me for my chaotic hair or my accent or my choice of nails. Judge me for the work that I do. Judge me for the way in which I teach, the way in which I share hints and tips, and give me feedback, positive, negative, so that I can get better and make it work well for you, really. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, a little bit about why I'm here, my purpose. So sit back and enjoy. And if you don't enjoy the videos, then just skip past. It's been lovely to meet you. I will see you all soon. Bye.